today is a day, regardless of that, that signifies sacrifice. And so many people have sacrificed. You think about the sacrifice that your company founders went through in order to be able to create this vehicle that you have the ability to share with others. Think about the sacrifice in putting together the product line that changes so many people's lives. Think about the sacrifice of the leaders, you know, your founding leaders that came before and helped to prove this model to the world. And it's also a reminder that it's our turn to sacrifice. It's our turn to help people. It's our turn to, people are really hurting right now. They're really searching. People are gaining the Corona 15 around the world. You know, they're gaining weight that they don't want to gain because they're sitting around the refrigerator. They're not used to sitting around. You can come up with a really cool alternative to that they can do in their home, and you can give them some great results so they can reverse that and get in the best shape of their lives during this opportunity. So all of that to say, I want you to know that I'm proud of you, each and every one of you, for doing what you've done up until this point. And I would also remind you that you're still playing small. Even as great as all the stuff that you've done, there's another gear, and most of you know it. You know, most of you know that there's another gear that you could step into. And I got to tell you, I expected that we were going to experience a slowdown in the network marketing profession. I expected that people were going to be so fearful that they were going to put their head in the sand and they were going to wait for this to be over. But I couldn't have been more wrong when it came to what actually is happening around the world. More productivity, more rank advancements, more sales, more recruiting, more activity than I've ever seen, more conversations than I've ever seen, more connection than I've ever seen. It's so cool. And I think we've all been prepared for this. You know, we're able to use the technology that we have. We're able to, you know, we've already, you know, we were Zooming before the world thought it was cool. You know, we were in the game before the world even woke up to this stuff. Zoom had 10 million users in November, and they have 200 million users now. And that's something. So we were a big chunk of that 10 million in November, that's for sure. Anyway, I want to tell you that I'm proud of you, but also that you got another gear. I want you to tell you that this is a magical moment. People are looking for ways to be able to earn from home, and like never before. And I personally believe the most irresponsible thing you can do for your family is not find a way to earn money from your home. If you don't have that, if one of your prospects doesn't have that, they owe it to themselves to come up with a way. Now, it doesn't have to be network marketing. If they come up with another way to earn money from home, fantastic. But network marketing certainly needs to be on the list. It needs to be on the list of things to research, things to figure out, things to learn from, things to evaluate. And that's the way I would approach most prospects is, do you have a way to earn from home? And have you heard the news? Isagenix is breaking every record in the world. They're helping people with their health, which is one of the most important things in the world for people to be focused on, and they're helping people earn from home. And I'm so grateful that the company showed me how to be able to do it, and I can show you how to do it if you're interested. And on a global scale, people went from being closed-minded just 6 weeks ago to being open-minded. People are ready. They're ready to listen. They're ready to learn. They're ready to grow. And I saw Debbie posted something, you know, we're in the education business, and that's really true. Some people think that our job is to sell product, and it's really not. That's a byproduct of our job. Some people think that our job is to recruit people, build a team. That's just a byproduct of our job. That's a result of the work that we do. You know what the work is that we do? We educate people. We educate people to the point that they understand what we have. That's what we do. Because once they understand it, they're going to say yes or they're going to say no. They're going to do it with full knowledge. And sometimes education comes in the form of somebody trying the product. You know, you can talk about the product all you want, but you know, if you get somebody to fully comply with your system of health and maximization and vitality and energy, if you introduce somebody to that for 30 days and they comply with it for 30 days, it's worth 100 books. You know what I mean? Because they'll just know by using it. Most of marketing, just so you understand, most of marketing is just getting somebody to try something. That's all it is. You know, you see all the Progressive insurance, try it. You see, you know, somebody comes up with a new app, try it. Here's a new Candy Crush, try it. Here's a new flavor of soda, try it. I mean, even inside of Isogenics, here's a new flavor of a shake, try it. You know, if you like it, you'll buy more. Like I have a closet full of salted caramel shakes because they're my total favorite. I've tried all of them. I've tried the birthday cake. I've tried vanilla. I've tried chocolate. I've tried strawberry, all this stuff. But salted caramel, I don't ever need to have another flavor. I never get sick of it. It's so good. And they only bring it out for a little bit and then boom, they're gone, you know? So I load up. I'm glad it's got a long expiration date because I load up. I could show you. I got canisters upon canisters of this stuff. But getting people to try something, that's all you do. How hard is it to get somebody to say, hey, while you're inside in your home anyway, why don't you take a 30-day program and see what you can do with your body just for fun? Why not? Take this as a challenge. Take the month of April as a challenge and see what you can do. Why don't you try this home-based business? It hardly costs you anything. And see if you can give yourself the ability or learn the skills necessary in order to be able to grow a business. So look, I've been talking for 12 minutes. Here's what I'd love to do is throw it back to you guys, who I love. These Beebe characters are special. They're just special, and you know that. I don't think if there was a heart meter for network marketing leaders, they'd be like all the way to the top. They'd just be pegged to the top with their heart. So, and that matters, you know. People want to be around people like that. People want to work with people like that. So I value them as friends. You should too. Please don't take for granted what you have in them being connected with you, them working with you. You have the opportunity to reach out and connect with them at a moment's notice. Do you know how valuable that is? Do you know how many people in the world in network marketing would crawl over broken glass to be able to have that capability? You got something pretty special. So with your company, with your products, with your compensation plan, with your leadership, your founders are spectacular. They're just spectacular. The Cougars are just amazing. I love those people. But the leaders that you have sitting on this call right now are equally special. So I want to throw it back to you guys. And if you have any questions, I've got about 7 minutes before I got to jump on the next Zoom, but go ahead and shoot.
Wow. Okay. Hi, Eric.
Hey.
You know, one of my favorite all-time pictures is of you and me from the last party.
Yeah.
House. It's like, it just gives me just warm, lovey. And thank you for everything that you just said. You know how we feel about you.
You just make sure you send me the check, okay?
You have Venmo, right? That's how I do business.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm selling compliments now. $100 a compliment.
Oh, okay. So we actually had the amazing time the other day with Kathy Coover. Jeff and I spent a long time on a phone call with her. And one of the things that she said was she's seen maybe some other teams and other companies that are just really like laid down at this time. And maybe that's, you know, from our new norm, if we want to call it that, or whatever. Our team, our team has been rocking it in Isogenics. Like This team, like you said, has more rank advancements, more enrollments, more people getting fired up, doing 11-day shreds, doing their 30-day system. And with the systems like the ultimate pack and the value pack, like they are rocking it. They're not just coming in with some one shake or whatever. What do you think it is the difference with the teams that are rocking it like that? What would you say? Is there a belief? Is there, like you said in the beginning, that
Well,
in practice?
I would tell you it's kind of, I haven't seen anybody struggle
Okay.
in the last 6 weeks. There's people who are having higher levels of success. I think you guys are among them.
Okay.
But I think number one, people still want to buy. People still need food. People still need to eat. People still, they're trying to think about their bodies. They're gaining weight at home. So that's one thing. Number two, people are open. They're open now more than they've been when it comes to just looking. And three, remember when a day used to be a day? A day felt like it was a day, and now it's not a day. A day feels like a week and a half. Remember how long March was? It felt like it was 300 days. I mean, in April, we're on April 10th, and it's just like, it's just going. I mean, the amount of time, normally what we've had to do is we've had to get rid of distractions, right? So people got busy lives. They're running around and they're driving around and they're buying things and doing all this stuff. And now all the distractions have been kind of wiped out outside of Tiger King and CNN.
I won't turn those on.
but outside of that, all the distractions have been wiped out. You got nothing else to do.
Right.
So people are connecting with other human beings more now than they ever have. I know I'm more connected with my family, and we have a close family. But I'm more connected with my kids. I'm more connected with my parents and my brothers and sisters than ever. And doesn't mean I don't want to hug them, but I'm more connected. I'm more aware. So there's more conversations going on. People are helping people on a dramatic level. But I would just tell you, now's the time to put your foot on the gas. Now's the time.
I got a question, Debbie.
Okay, but let me just ask this real fast, and I think maybe you already addressed it, but if you had just this like one thing and you could just put in each person's brain to have them be as successful as possible in their isogenics journey, their isogenics business specifically, what would that like, putting that in there, and it's going to
it's going to sound frustrating for me to say it.
Say it, maybe.
No, but it's going to sound frustrating because it's going to sound like a cliche, but you need to talk to more people. That's the thing, really. Because most of you, if you're honest, you're talking to like, you might have 5 to 7 active prospect candidates at any one moment in time. At any one moment in time, you're in conversation with 5, 6, 7 people that are in whatever process of exposure, thinking about it, whatever. And that needs to be 100 at all times. You need to be in conversation with 100 people at all times if you want to be a professional. So you got a big gap to fill. And if somebody says yes, or they say, absolutely, I'm out, then you got to fill that with another person. You just got to keep in conversation and don't overthink it. Get out of your head. You don't have to overthink this. What you have to do is just talk to people. What's going on with your family? What's going on with your kids? What's going on with homeschooling? What's going on with work? What's going on with your health? What's going on with your extended family? How's the weather? What's going on with this? What's going on with that? What's your spouse up to? How's your health? And at some point during that conversation, you're going to be able to say, well, have you heard the news? Our company is killing it in helping people be more healthy from their home. Our company is leading the world when it comes to giving people an option to be able to earn from home that most people don't even know about. And I'm so grateful for what the company's done for me. And if you're open for something like that, if you'd like to at least learn a little bit more, I'd be happy to show you. You get in conversation with 100 people, I promise you, great things are going to happen. And most people just, if everybody was honest right now, how many people you're in conversation with right now, really and truly, you're in some stage of exposure conversation, what would be the number? Put the number into the comments. If you're honest, you're honest. And the number's really small. So if you talk to more people, good things are going to win. All business is conversation. You just need to have more conversations with more people and you're going to win at a higher level. Stop expecting, see, I'm seeing a lot of 10, 12 to 15, 650. Wow. 10, 65.
That's Jennifer Trinkner.
Yeah. Rock star.
Yep.
65 is a big number. And that's why you see, the
Yep.
10 number. Yeah. So for me, I mean, that's the advice that I would give you. Jeff, what other question you have?
You always tell us we're playing small, and you always push us. And, luckily we're around rock star leaders like Jennifer and all of us that push us and we push our team. But you sort of answered one of my questions because, having the conversations right now, because the world's a little different. So you have to come from your heart and just, hey, how are you doing in your family? And a lot of teammates in our team, they're having these conversations, but they're not asking what they're doing and how you can serve and help them. And this is what I'm doing. It may be for you. So, you at the events and everything, you make it so effortless. And you sort of nailed it. And when you're having a conversation with people, asking them how they're doing, it's just a 1, 2, 3, boom, you're telling them what you're doing. And it may be for them. And that's what I sort of wanted you to hit on how easy it is to bring up what you're doing.
Get out of your head. This shouldn't be like going to the dentist. This shouldn't be a scary thing. This should be just have a real conversation with a real person and see if you can help. People are going to be able to sense if you're coming from the right place. And if your goal is to educate people, if you go into every conversation, your goal is to sell or your goal is to recruit, they're going to feel that and it's going to make everything weird. If you go into every conversation that your goal is to educate, that they know fully what you have by the time these series of conversations have played out, then they're going to feel that too. Stop being so desperate that they have to join this second. Stop being so desperate that they've got to become a customer this minute. Just build a relationship. And over time, they're going to see, you'll be able to educate them. They're going to be able to see what kind of value is available. Hey, listen, I've got to jump off. I apologize. I'm 2 minutes over, but
Okay.
you guys can continue this conversation. But let me just tell you this one thing. You can do this. Every one of you, you need to think bigger than you've ever thought possible. You need to give yourself permission to think bigger. You need to be stronger than this circumstance, stronger than the obstacles that are in your way, stronger in every way. You've got this. Stop looking for other people to help you. Be the support that you want so badly. You be it to everybody else. And 3,
this is our motto right here, Eric.
Yeah, be a difference maker. And 3, I would just tell you, you need to move faster. You got to go. You got to go. It's time to go. Don't take this as a rest stop. Take this as an opportunity to be able to gain market share while other people sleep. It's your time. So I love you all. I've got to bounce. But
Nobody hang up off this Zoom real quick. We're going to do
big
a 1,
hugs,
2,
big
3
kisses.
Isogenics.
I love
1,
you.
2, 3. Isogenics. Thank you, Eric. Worre, we love you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
Okay, I just wanted you guys all on this Zoom right now. I just want to tell you what an honor it is to have him in our life and part of our, I say team, because he's a teammate with us and he just loves what we do and how we support him. He supports us as a team. He supports Jim and Kathy and our company. And what he said right there, we have an opportunity. So many people are starving right now for what we have. So many people need good nutrition in their bodies, in their cupboards. They need to up their immune system, and that's what we have. So many people, we forget right now, we're all here for a business. We're all here to create legacy, financial freedom by residual income. And what it takes is duplication. So when you get somebody on the phone You be sure we have an obligation. We have an obligation to let you know there's a business side of Isogenics, and we have an obligation to show you Isogenics supports you, wants to give you a whole system for free by bringing 2 people in with you. And basically show them how to be in the Eat for Free Club, show them the business. We've been getting phone calls every day now from people in the film industry and people that we've met that are scared to death right now because they're not going to be able to make their mortgage. They're not going to be able to pay their residual bills that they have. So show them how they can make $500, how they can make $1,000 right now. Isogenics pays us flipping daily, weekly, and monthly. So really look at what we have for somebody to get some cash in their pocket right now, and they can get a multi-billion-dollar business in their hand that they get to consume in their mouth. It is zero cost to them. Zero. So remember, explain it to them from your heart and say, listen, 1, I care about you and your family. I want to get this product in your cupboards. Your kids can eat this. We even have from 4-year-olds on below that, from 0 to 4, a program for children. We want to get this in your cupboard. It's a safety net. But I want to show you the business side of what we do. We get to help and serve people throughout the world right now. We get to free people from physical and financial pain. And so many people need a home, need $1,000, need $500 in their pocket right now. So be that difference maker in their life and just show them, say, hey, this is a no-brainer right now. You're stuck at home. You guys are stuck at home right now. All you got to do is get one of the systems, put this product in your mouth, and you have a business. Turn everybody associate immediately, even as a product user, so their volume stores, but you have a business that nobody can fire you. And I know your mom, your sister, somebody needs good nutrition right now. And you can make an extra $100, $500, $400, $500, $1,000, $2,000. What I ask everybody, what is your residual bills right now? I'm going to help you get this covered. I'm going to show you what to do to make it happen, because I know you're struggling right now, and really focus on people right now. A lot of people don't have medical insurance. A lot of people not only lost their jobs, but have families have medical insurance. And if you're in the US, Isogenics has a multi-billion-dollar company that has a medical policy. That's a group policy. They don't have to qualify. So it's inexpensive for families that are used to paying a lot. And if they had a insurance through their companies, it was free for them, or they paid, but they didn't realize they were paying. But to go get private insurance is expensive for families right now, and families are scared to death. So right now is a time to really realize, show people, all these people that's called us has said to us, I realize now that you're the one with security, and I was the one with I didn't have security. You've always told me I could get fired like that. My job doesn't care. No one can fire us. And when you look at all the time, I'm going to finish now, but you look at all the top people in the world, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson, all these top people, our president even, they have network marketing companies. They know the power of networking. They did not build their success by one person. They built it by building teams of individuals doing the same thing we're doing. And you want to create duplication in your team, you enroll people in the systems. You don't enroll people with a little peanut thing, because they're not going to have a wow factor. You set people up for success. Like Eric said, don't be desperate. Think of them and what's going to serve them. So really come from your heart and dig deep and really show them. You want to create duplication too? You need to create managers, not consultants. Managers is where the duplication is. A consultant is just you sharing with a mother and a daughter. Boom, you're done. Show them how to get their products paid for. Everybody wants free stuff right now. So really come from that mindset and be bold on what we have to serve the world, and just share from your heart, guys. Don't, like he says, don't be weird. Don't overthink it. He is so good at what he does, Eric Worre. He can walk up to anybody and it's just, hey, what do you do? How can I help you? Well, you're in real estate. Let me refer people to you. And if you can do the same for me, I'd love to send you a little video to show you what I do and the products that I set people up on. And it may be for you even, but I'd love you to refer it to some people. If you could refer those people, I'm going to do the same for you. How does that sound? We're running a business. Think of a business that we get to reach the world. We got people on this Zoom from the other side of the world. Mark Greer, we got teams from the other side of the world on this Zoom right now. So you guys new here, look at what you have in your hands. Sales is the best business in the world. And we have a product that gets results like nothing else in the world. And I want you guys to feel confident about that because there's no company in the world that has over a 450-pound club and weight release. We're Informed Sports certified. We have so many pro athletes on this call right now, too. We're Informed Sports certified. We're healthy aging. We have a baby program. There's nothing we can't touch. And our compensation plan is like no other. Debbie and I can sit here, like Jennifer Trinkner can sit here. We're products of the products in both sides of it. And 80% of the people on this Zoom are products of the products in the compensation plan because everybody on this Zoom has probably made $500, if not $10,000, if not $100,000, if not $500 or $1 million. I mean, I'm looking at the people on our team right now. I know what they made. They're flipping, jumping off the walls. Frank Hernandez is not going back to work. Frank D, he's an executive. Since he lost his job, he's probably made $8,000. I mean, not a month ago, he's probably made $8,000 because he gets his ass to work. And like Eric says, talk to people. If you're talking to 5 people a day, Debbie and I on Zooms with our team. We're on 3-way calls with our team. We're doing our own calls, new people. So you always want to be hunting for the new scouts. Don't sit and drag the people that are just snails. Be the example, be this, be that right there. And people go, wow, how'd you hit the crystal reset executive so fast? Because I have a team, I have kids. I gotta be example for my kids. I gotta be example for the team. Speed of the leader, speed of the pack. Jennifer Trinkner sends us messages every day. 2 value packs, 3 ultimate packs. What are you at? 1 value pack every week, every week. It keeps us in check. Be the leader to your team that you stepped up to be. And you can either be a follower. Once you enroll 2 people, you're a leader. You have kids. You have a responsibility. So really take it serious, guys, and step up and be the leader. Be active on your team pages. Don't sit back and be the follower. You got team in there, play in the team pages. Talk about the shred, the 11-day shred. Post your money in the team pages. Right now, it's so important to recognize your team on the money they're making because so many people are struggling right now. So if somebody hits a bonus of $500, $400, post it. And be proud of everything we're doing with Isogenics. And any last thing, Jennifer Trinkner, Debi Jeff, and then Jennifer Trinkner, that I want you guys to say something. And we're going to close this thing out.
Well, I was going to have Jennifer speak next, but she waved and said she had to go.
So, oh, come on, girl.
Yeah, so she had a call. Jeff, thank you for all of that. And again, thank you all for being here. I don't mind staying on a few extra minutes, answering any questions you might have. I did see in the chat that somebody asked about the money aspect of it. So that's something that's always on my heart. And I was trained by Rhonda Collier on that in the very beginning. So I do want to address that. If you want to stay on, I'd love you to stay on. If you have to jump, I understand that, but please don't jump off the Zoom because you have to go watch your soap opera or you got to go wash your hair.
Is Rhonda still on, Rhonda Collier?
Business. I'm not sure if Rhonda, are you still on? Not sure because I'm not switching pages. So
She has another Zoom.
She had another Zoom. Yeah, she's been doing a Zoom at noon every day.
I would like for you guys new in network marketing. I like Frankie, I'm calling him out real quick. So whatever you're shaking, Frankie, get ready to shake this Zoom. I want you to tell them what you're doing right now. We've heard motivation. I don't need motivation. I need you to tell them what you're doing today to create appointments for today and tomorrow.
That's it. That's easy. Well, hello everybody. I only see Jeff, so just want to.
He's our newest executive on the team. He's the one who's made about $8,000 or so. You can tell me how much you've made. Tell us the number that you think you've made this last month with your bonus pools and everything, so they can see what's possible if you do what you have to do.
Well, just the bonus pools alone was $5,600, and then with everything else, the commissions and stuff like that was about, and the cycles have been averaging about $1,500 a week on top of all the bonus pools and stuff like that. So it's been a significant amount. It led me.
So about 10 grand for the month or something, probably with everything?
Close to, yeah. As soon as everything hits, within about a 40-day period, about almost $10,000.
There you go, guys. Is it worth it? Go ahead, Frank.
And that's just the first. Well, that's without all of the real benefits that have hit us with the being an executive and stuff like that, with the bonus matches and stuff. So I'm just gonna get away from the kiddos because they're chasing me around. Sorry about that. But it's been an amazing experience, and what I've been doing every day is moving forward and also looking back. And what I mean by that is that with my team, I'm coaching them on doing the do's of the day. And the do's of the day, I have them listed, and I'll show you what we're doing here. Give me 1 second, because I want to add value to this group here.
You need to just know what you're doing to give education
So I have
on what they're doing.
You got it. I have a conveyor belt of my to-do list, and it's my pipeline. And what I do every morning, I start off with inviting 10 people to the group, right, to Amplified Health. So I start these conversations on Facebook. I'm also friending people constantly. Now, the objective is to put 5 of those people into the group. So not everybody responds. Not everybody's paying attention to their feeds. So I'm constantly following up, seeing if I see their face and they saw it. And then I go back. I give them a couple of days. Hey, listen, I'm just circling back to see if you saw this. And then start a conversation, make sure they're okay. And then try to get them into the group by a script that I have that really works very well. Mondays, I designate it to like basically all the follow-ups.
What's
and
your
then
script?
What I do is
What's your script? Read your script off.
The one that I use. Okay, you might go blank, but you guys could hear me. I'll read it to you. Have everything in my notes, so I have them very easily, like right there in front of me. So what I tell people is, okay, besides hello, and I say their name and hope everything is well during these troubling times, but I have something that I think might make you excited. I would love to invite you to our private page all about health and wellness, and it has over 69,000 people in it, and you have to be invited to know about it. It is full of free information on nutrition, workouts, and motivation. The support is unbelievable. The love is encouraging and will push you like no other. Can I send you an invite? So that's what I send everybody. And let me get back to the screen here. You guys see me? Hear me?
Yes.
Cool. So I sent all that out to the group, and then I look, I try to engage in their own page, make sure I'm liking their stuff, that I message them privately. And I just basically cultivating relationships constantly every day, 10 people. And obviously when you get to, if you did 10 people, that's 70 touches that you've made, brand new touches, you're going to start seeing such a, it might feel a little overwhelming, this list. These are the people into the group. These are the people that you follow up. are the people immediately you want to start say, hey, listen, I see that you're enjoying the group. You know, are you available today
You're
or
breaking up, Frank. You
tomorrow
walk to another
to
area.
just chat and I could give you more information? Sorry. Good?
Yes.
Okay. So I basically, I basically just keep that conversation going. And that's what Eric Worre said in that 3-hour training, is that you want to keep the conversation going. Even if the person says, you know, I'm not interested in putting me into the group. And that is fine, perfect. Listen, my door is always open. You know, if you ever need me, I'm here for you. And then that's the person I put on my list. So I keep going into their page and start liking their stuff, because what happens is that they start seeing that there's an interest in them and that they are important. And then I get them to turn around and go, hey, what was that group that you were going to put me into? Can you put me in that group? And it's all about, honest to God, it's really all about creating relationships, planting seeds in people. You know, I encourage my team, and I'll bring up a special one of mine, Alyssa. You know, we had a conversation yesterday, and I said, listen, we're going to start just a group, just about 4 or 5 people. And every morning when those invites are sent out, you just send me a thumbs up, and I'll do the same thing with you guys. I'll send you one back. And so there's about 5 of us on the group. 4 of them already completed their invites. So imagine that. That's almost 50 people being invited into the group. And that means 25 will be added into the group within the day. But now imagine what happens with that momentum. I'm talking to them, letting them know, hey, listen, you know, you guys are future millionaires if you just keep doing this over and over again and setting appointments and finding out who's ready and where they are. That's the exciting part of it. Being executive is great, but what's more fun, and just blows my mind, is when you turn around and open the door for other people to see what you're experiencing. And the same thing with the nutrition. It's the same thing, right? It's the nutrition. Look at your transformation. With the finances, look at your transformation. And so she did it this morning. What did she say? I have somebody already set for 5 o'clock today, right? 7 invites. One of them said, listen, I want to talk to you. I've been watching you posting stuff. And that's an indication that we don't know who's really watching sometimes, and we really don't know who's ready. But one thing that urges me and gets me really pumped up is that the day I feel like I don't want to do anything, is I know that is the day someone is going to want something bad. And so I do not let that day get in my way. In fact, I get excited about it because I know that something is brewing, like Debbie always says, right? Something's a brewing. That's something in me that is such a visual, that if every morning you wake up and you get excited, look at your vision board, do your whole motivation, but then use that as a bridge to force yourself to do the do's, I mean, in a nutshell, create as many conversations as possible. That is where you're going to win.
Beautiful. I love that, Frankie. So you heard what he does. You heard this is what we do as a team. This is what we do as a team, because who do you get coached by? Us. And he's just taking it to another level. And so this is what we do. All of us leaders on our team, this is what we do. And how do you know what we do? You plug in. So you guys need to, if you guys are new at this, you got to plug in every day. We do posting, we do calls every day, 9:30 a.m. PST. Every day, wherever you're at, you figure out the time zone. Every day, you're going to get a little tidbit from one of these leaders. Every Monday night, we do a team Zoom. Every Monday night, we put it in All Team Express too, everywhere. So you show up. We got leaders like Eric, top leaders jumping on, besides us training, different leaders training. We don't put someone to train that's not doing the do. So really, this is where you're going to get to learn how to build your business. And going back real quick, that person that said to Frankie that, no, I'm not, I don't want to get in the group. You say, perfect. Here's a short video, and here's the systems I recommend, so you know what I'm doing in case you know somebody I can help. You take it away from, you're not trying to target him. you let him know that maybe he knows somebody. And if he ever wants to try it, you'll hook him up. This is how I talk to people. This is how the team talks to people. Frankie, go.
Jeff, real quick, Chris said it yesterday on his call, and he dropped a big nugget. I hope people picked it up. He goes, I made $1,500 last week, and he said that he's just been working, but he hasn't enrolled anybody or something like that. And there is such a power with the words of Kathy and Jim and Eric when they say love it and then share it. It's the same thing with our income, right? It's like when you fall in love with the compensation plan, it just gets so exciting because there could be a week where all you're doing is planting seeds and you're like not harvesting anybody, but you're working it and all of a sudden Monday morning rolls and there's $1,500 coming into your bank account, and that's a small check. I mean, it's just ridiculous how much money that will come your direction because of the work that you created. And it's a snowball effect. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The exciting thing about it too is that as you keep changing lives, as like Abby has her mom, 4 days in, 5 pounds lost at 70 something years old. My parents have been in it for now 2 months and they've lost 10 pounds and their diabetes levels are unbelievable and they're excited about it. My dad has $2,000 sitting in the back office and now I'm helping him get that money. So all these transformations and financial transformations that you could create in people's lives, I think should be the motivating factor. What I tell my team is take it away from you. Take away like how much work is involved in the beginning to get something started and start thinking about that one phone call, just one, that says, I'm interested. That one person that lights your team on fire that says, I'm ready to become a millionaire in this company. That one person that is enough. You think that Jeff is the only Jeff around, or Chris is or Thomas or myself or anybody else that are really trying to kill it? Are we the only one? No, there's thousands upon thousands of us. And that is the exciting. I think about it like fishing. I cast that line out. I have no idea what's at the other line, but when that thing catches and snags my line and I hear that thing go, man, I just get so amped up and excited, even if it's not a taker, even if I have to throw it back. It is just the fun of the game and get excited about just putting yourself in that boat, fishing for people and watch what happens. Because when that joy comes around your team, they all want to go with you. They all want to go with you. And that's where income explodes.
It's beautiful. So guys, look, you hear what's being said. And I just want to say what you're doing now, we're all at home. Most of us are stuck at home. And for those people that are working, they need extra income too. Families need extra income. Most likely they have a spouse at home or something like that. So just look at what we have in any type of business. You can either go back to your old mindset and be coin operated, or you can build this while you still have your job if you have it when you go back, when this thing lets up. Because remember, most jobs, this is where leaders during troubled times in the world, that's where leaders rise. Followers, victims fall. So we all need to be the leaders and take this time to learn and educate and build our business. Any type of business you're building, there's no investment, none, zero to be in Isogenics building a business, zero, because you get to put it in your mouth. You get to consume a multi-billion-dollar business. Any business that you start traditional, you got to pay a lot of money. So just know, and those businesses are in debt for years before they start making a profit. You get to start making a profit right away, but the difference is those businesses are still usually coin operated because they're selling a sandwich. Once that sandwich is sold, it's done, but it's a referral based. But this one, you get to get paid to unlimited depth. So look, I really want to paint the vision on really what's possible here when you understand money and you understand the comp plan, and you understand we get paid for unlimited depth. It takes time to build it. Yes. Are you the person that's willing to invest the time thinking I didn't get anything? But if you're setting people up for success, you're getting that upfront money. If you're setting people up on one of the systems, you want to discourage somebody, coach them to just enroll people on crap. I mean, not crap, everything's good with isogenics. That's when you're going to get discouraged. That's when your builder's going to get discouraged because he's not. Isogenics went into momentum because of that double PIB on the systems. And I'm looking at all these people on this team. The results are astounding because of the systems. You want to create a raving fan within that first 2 weeks. And you want to show people right away how to get their products paid for and finish the enrolling process. And we're going to end this, but finish the enrolling process right when you enroll somebody, turn them associate immediately. Oh, I don't want to do it until they're ready to share. Nope. You're doing them a disservice because all their volume they're putting in their mouth is not storing for them. That will bypass those bonuses if they don't share for a long time. We got to gift almost $8,000 away the last couple of weeks to people on our team that had the product users that had never went off auto ship. Show them, turn them associate, and then tell them about all the bonuses, and there's time restraints to those. So let's run for those if they choose to, and if not, this is just going to store their volume for them, and let's just run, and you can bypass all the business stuff, go right to their social, and set people up for success right off the get, guys. And Powerhouse, Mrs. Bam Bam Beebe, you want to lead us out and finish this up so we can finish this?
Let's finish it up. All I got to say is that was amazing training, and a big, again, thank you to Eric Worre. Thank you, Jeff Beebe. Thank you, Frankie Hernandez. I would like to give a second. If Chris Harville, did you want to say something? No, you got nothing. All right.
I'm good, but I would like to follow up just real quick on something that I was thinking about a second ago. Yeah, he said it a minute ago, and I actually said this yesterday. People are, like he said, people are more social right now. We're not social together, but there's a lot of conversations happening on Facebook right now. And for me, being a non-conversationalist, basically, it's easy to make a conversation right now with anybody on Facebook. So take advantage of that. And that's how I'm creating a lot of conversations, because people are sitting at home bored and they're waiting on somebody to talk to. And I would gather that more people are actually talking on the phone right now too. So take advantage of that, like Eric said, because people are wanting to be more social right now. They're just having to do it through the phone and through Facebook. So take advantage of that. And that's how I'm getting a lot of my leads right now.
Fantastic.
Perfect. Hey, if anybody took a screenshot with Eric on it, I did not.
I did.
You send it to me, please. Thank you. Because I want to send it to him in a private message. Okay. Anything else, Miss Debi Beebe? And I'll let you take us out, Debbie. Since she's my powerhouse. I'm so grateful for this mama bear right here on running this team. She is my leader and my influence in my life, and she's made a difference in mine. So thank you for that, kid.
Thank you. That's so kind. Thank you. Yeah, I did want to end on this. What I started to say a little bit ago was I saw in the feed that somebody, and I don't know, is it Kayla Johnson? I don't know if you're still on here. Are you on here? Kayla asked any suggestions for people who think it's extra expensive when it's actually not, like changing people's perspective on cost of food or nutrition. The thing that I learned early on in the game, like very early on, and it's not a game, it's a business, but it's, you know, nutrition is an investment. And if you're using trigger words like cheap or expensive or any of those words, that's what you're feeling inside. So you have to deal with that first. If that came up in a conversation that came from you, your soul radiates that. So I cannot talk about that enough. And it seems like the one thing that comes up all the time, especially when people are newer into the business, and I understand that, but excuse me, as long as you're showing the value of the value pack or the ultimate pack, you're showing them that there's 64 meal replacements, you're showing them everything that it's done, and you've told them your story, or your leader's story, or somebody on your team's story. Remember, facts tell, and that would be, and it's $5.98, la 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 la. That'd be a fact instead of a story. And then my friend invested in her life and she dropped over 40 pounds and she feels amazing now. And she feels like she's got her sexy back and she can play with her kids. Like when we really tap into the stories and tap into our own mindset, it's not expensive, it's investment. Sick care is expensive. Going to the hospital is expensive. Prescriptions are expensive. We've got to watch what comes out of our mouth because our brains are hearing what comes out of our own mouth. So what you're thinking is what you're bringing up in a conversation. I learned that very early on. And when I let go of that, and I got to tell you, when Rhonda Collier taught me that, I was mad. I'm like, it's not like that. You're not understanding me. I was mad. But it is that simple rule right there that will change your business. What you're thinking about, you are bringing about. So if you get a cost objective, you have a cost objective. And you have to deal with that. You have to let that go.
Can you hit on how you break it down daily?
The next thing that I want to say is that goes hand in hand with that. And I learned this early on because I wasn't coachable. Jennifer said, value pack back then was President's Pack. Selling President's Pack, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I know better. I wasn't coachable the first 6 months of my business. What I learned, and back then the value pack was called the President's Pack. What I learned is I let people decide what they wanted when they had no knowledge of health, wellness, nutrition, how to release weight. They had no knowledge of that. I let 2 people get 30 days, 30-day systems, that basic pack, right? I let them get that. Those 2 people early on back then, before free shipping, before all of that, and you had pay membership, la, 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 I let 2 people order those basic packs. Yeah, just get that. Well, it ended up, they needed to add on, like the Ice of Delights and all the stuff, right? They needed to add on. And then it was an extra shipping fee, and they were ticked off at me. Why didn't you just tell me about the other pack to begin with? I would have got that. Just from being in trouble and having those 2 people ticked off at me, I decided I would never do that again. I decided I would never do that again because they were mad at me. And here's what came from that. And what I've always taught on is shame on you or shame on me for spending someone else's money. Because if you're saying you have friends that think it's too expensive, or you don't want to talk to somebody because it's probably too expensive for them, or they don't have any money, that is none of your business, and how rude. Just like, oh, they have a lot of money, they won't care, I'm just gonna, that is rude. It is not our business to be somebody's financial advisor or assume how much they have or they don't have. That is rude. So objections around money begin within us. If you're having a cost objection, it came from within. So remember how you're treating yourself. Remember the words that are coming out of your mouth. That's expensive is going here and permeating into them. So just remember that. We are here to educate what people can have. We're here to educate them about their performance can be upped, their health can be better, they can feel better in their own skin, they can get their sexy back, they can play with their kids again, they can bend over and tie their shoes, they can have healthy aging. My mom is on the Zoom, and my mom, what I've always appreciated about my mom is the energy that she has. And so, of course, I want my mom to stay with being as healthy as possible and having the energy. So I wouldn't just say, here, Mom, just have a shake. I want my mom to do the system, right, Mom? So think about these things. It's back to that universal law. What you think about, you bring about. So I hope that answers her question. And I feel like that's the number one question I get. We're here to educate. We're here to help people get started in what's going to benefit them and their health. And like Eric Worre said, don't get desperate. Oh, they can't do the value pack. So, okay, can you just do a shake? No, that's not benefiting them. I used to always tell people, okay, let's see. If you're not getting paid till Friday, then like Jeff has taught, then let's go ahead and let me write everything down and we'll put the order in on Saturday. Or if they say, well, it's going to be 2 weeks in the past before we train that, I used to say, then let's wait. I'm not going to enroll you yet. Let's wait. I'll call you back and we'll get you started then, because I want to make sure I'm serving you and get you started the right way. And I want to tell you guys that 9.5 times out of 10, I almost want to say 10 times, people appreciated that and they were on board. So those are just some of my little things that I want to tell you. And then the last thing that I would leave you with is you get off the Zoom. I mean, thank you for the thank yous. And we love what we do. And one of the things that I love more than anything is get on Zooms or team calls and train and teach people. I love doing this and I love supporting everybody. But the way you can thank Eric, Worre, and any one of us or your leaders is by really getting into action and taking what we've said over and over and over and over again and just do it. Because this is for you. We want you to succeed. And like Frankie was saying, there is just nothing like opening the door for somebody else. Frankie's not our personally enrolled. He's my best friend, Mike Albergo. I think Mike Albergo's on here. He's his personally enrolled. Congratulations, Mike Albergo. But it doesn't matter, because whoever in our organization makes it and gets it and is getting paid or releasing that way, whatever that is for them, whatever that success for them is, we are lit up. Like we can cry over it. It's exciting. So opening the door for somebody else and what they really want and need, what they desire and what's going to change their life and their kids' life, that lights us up. Let that drive you. And don't get involved in the, well, what if, and the, I can't, don't. If you got people like that in your life, you're going to have to separate. But that's what I have for you.
I just want to say, Debbie, and this will wrap into her and then she takes it back, but that $2 to $8 for breakfast. Most people spend answer your thing. When somebody, you have to paint the vision first on what they're getting. Most people spend $2 to $8 for breakfast and get them to agree to that. That could be a donut and a cup of coffee. Most people spend $8 to $20 for dinner eating cheap, going to Carl's Jr., McDonald's, anywhere. You know what it costs to go to a nice restaurant. So most people spend on an average of $26 a day. And if they're buying, oh, I buy groceries. Well, yeah, a quarter of it goes to waste and you throw it away. So it's even worse. So paint the vision on what they're getting, letting them know that all the vitamins and all that, that's basically free, because we're just talking meal replacements with this. And the value pack is only $19 a day for the first month only. Now your account's open. You got a wholesale grocery store. You get everything for free. You can buy your coffee, support yourself, buy your coffee through your account. So show them the value of it. Show them the value of the ultimate pack. It's only $18 a day. They got to lose a lot of weight. Show them, give them the deal. They get a lot of extra stuff for the ultimate pack. At least show them, like Debbie says, shame on you for spending their money. Show them, hey, it's only $18 a day. If you can afford it. I mean, if it's in your budget, I would get that one. But if it's not, let's just go to the value pack, because that's the one the Heart and Healthy Diet was done after. All right, that's it.
I have one more thing. I just read in the comments, and I really need to celebrate Stephanie Patterson. I want to congratulate you. You're almost hitting $500,000 with Isagenix. And did you unmute yourself? I can unmute you. There. Oh.
I got it.
Go, girl.
I'm just so
Thank you.
Congratulations. You know, you really just do the do. One thing that everybody on here deserves to know about Stephanie is that she's very involved in give back. And that's an Isagenix culture thing. So if we think about doing our business as a give back. Like we're really giving back to people. We're giving them their life back. But I just want to celebrate you, Stephanie, because you give back to what is your, is it Serve? Is that what it is?
Serve International, yeah. It's the one that the foundation from Isogenics has given the $100,000 grant to 2 times now.
And that is so almost mind-boggling that our company does that. But we've got such, I want to say, soldiers. Every one of you that stayed on this, you're a soldier, you're a leader. Like Stephanie is a soldier and she's on a mission and she's got stuff to get done. What is it that you have to get done? And who on your team has stuff to get done? Can you imagine if, who enrolled you, Stephanie? Is it?
Tim Harlow. So he doesn't really do the business. So Jennifer Trinkner's my closest upline.
Okay. Can you imagine if she would have just, well, whatever, and just like didn't dig in and really work with it? Oh my gosh. Like we've got an amazing culture. So thank you, Stephanie, for all you do.
Thank you.
It's such a great mission that you have and that you serve. And then congratulations for that 500,000. That is like, congratulations.
Almost there. Not quite, but almost. Up in the high 400s, but it's close.
Hey, that's amazing. Good job.
Thanks.
All right. With that, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and unmute. We're going to do a 1, 2, 3 Isogenics. Take this all the way to your bank, whatever bank that is, emotional, physical, or financial, because that's what we have. All right. You're all unmuted by me. If you're muted, it's up to you.
Here we go. 1, 2. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, cutie.
Riley,
Cutie.
here, Riley.
Bye, Frankie.
Riley saying hi and bye.
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 Bye. No, Riley.
What's up, Riley?
Bye.
Take care. See you later.
See you later.
Don't say no.